last year, who won everything. He went in for just about, didn't he?
Pretty much so, yes. He won 26 or 7 races last season.
John, over to you.
Yeah, guys, we've got Ben Norton here, who finished second in the Formula Ford race. We didn't manage to chat to any of the Formula Ford drivers. I don't know, Ben, did you see it?
To start by the third row, that was done. Good start made in his Lotus Cortina by Chris Sanders, I should say. Chris Sanders was the good start, but Warren Briggs, needless to say, uses the power of the Mustang to barrel into the lead and already has a substantial advantage, whilst one of the imps, number 97 I think it is, David Heel, is heading for the infield. He may be with you before the leaders get through on the tarmac, though he's stopped now.
David Heel, the ex-Formula Ford, yes. Formula 4000, the classic Formula 3 racer. But it is Warren Briggs massively sideways out of Quarry for the first time, who kicks dust up in the face of the minis and the imps that are chasing. It's going to be a mini just which gets into the S's ahead of the best of the imps. It's 85 Roger Godfrey, former champion in this class, ahead of Simon Benoit, won the current champion. Then 64 in behind him, that's Peter Cruz. Then we've got the best of the Lotus Cortinas, that's Sanders, ahead of Bullen, and a whole.
This is Peter Cruz's Mini, and in 6th place Bob Bullen with the Anglia. John Abel is 7th. In 8th place is Steve Jones, Thomas Jones I should say, number 36. He's made good progress from the 9th row of the grid. He's up into 8th place already. So the car's streaming back through Quarry and back into your side, back into your side, Marcus.
Yes, fantastic. Here the wonderful 289 Ford V8 under the bonnet of the red Mustang as he winds it up. You hear the induction noise and it charges through. Doesn't quite make the apex as it understeers through just a little bit. Sounds wonderful. The first time I was here at Castle Combe in '67, Brian Thompson, the Australian, brought his car over, his Mustang over, the ex-Norm Beachy car, to do a British season. I saw Brian Thompson at Phillip Island last month. The Cortina's up to 2nd, and that's Chris Sanders, I think, forcing his way past Roger Godfrey down into tower.
Next lap, they're nearly side by side as they go through that right-hand sweep, but as they start lap 3 then, it's Mustang from Cortina, from Mini Cooper S, from Hillman Imp, and then the Ford Anglia with, right behind him, John Abel with the number 66 Lotus Cortina.
Yeah, Cruz, who was on the front row, dropped back into 8th place now, yeah. Ford under Spires, and last week the winner at Silverstone recently in his TVR.
John Spears, I have an information sheet, and he makes the point, I've been saying Spires as well, it's Spears. Now we know from the man himself. Yes.
The way you pronounce that is good enough for us.
Yes, would argue.
And a great battle now for 4th place with Benoit and Bullen. Behind Bullen is Avil and Jones. Those 4 cars absolutely together. One of them locks up. Jones at the back of that group locks up going into tower.
As Simon Benoit drops back in, but he's comfortably leading his class in 6th place overall. Then Steve Jones, and then Oliver Ford in his Lotus Cortina in 8th place ahead of John Spears.
It's a hot ticket, that Anglia, isn't it? Yes, it's only a pre-crossflow engine as well, so it's all old rolling stock under the bonnet. By Bob.
How many years has he been racing?
A long time.
He's been around the road, many years, yes.
Yeah, then for the 4th time, I think a 1 second lead at the end of the last lap is Warren Briggs. I don't think that's a second. I think Chris Sanders is more than holding his own here in 77. In fact, he looks to be as quick in a straight line as the Mustang, so maybe it's gone off song, who knows?
Well, Chris Sanders last time set the fastest lap of the race. This is lap 4, as you say, but he certainly is lapping more quickly, or was lapping more quickly last time through than the Mustang. How long will his tyres last on the Mustang?
We've got Bullen ahead of Godfrey over here.
Nose to tail, as they come out of Bobby's, the gap stretches a bit, so the Mustang is slightly there's superior power, but around with you, Marcus, I would have thought there's a real chance of Chris Sanders getting really on terms. Bob Bullen is up into 3rd place. Bob Bullen now 3rd, Roger Godfrey 4th. They're in different classes, and then Steve Jones and John Abel. Thomas Jones, I mean, number 36, not with different Jones is confused. Thomas Jones.
But the leaders are absolutely together, and the lights are on that place as a belch of flame from the exhaust headers on the Mustang signals its arrival. And the gap is actually about 6 or 7 Mustangs' lengths through here.
Simon Benoit dropping back, the 1 litre imp, down to 7th place, but still leading his class by a long. For the moment that, side by side here going through are the Yes, that's Thomas Jones in the Lone Scortino, Roger Godfrey in the Mini. As they went over the line, they were assigned 5th and 6th places. John Spears is 7th, Simon Benoit 8th, Greg Thornton 9th, Oliver Ford down to 10th.
There's a suspicion there's oil coming out of the leading Mustang.
Well, that would explain why Chris Simons has dropped back and is also sliding sideways. And the Corvair, I think you talked about that, belching a bit of smoke as well.
Just wasn't going quickly enough. I mean, the Corvair always has an issue as a race car anyway.
Yes. Has issues as a road car.
Yeah, the big problem is they tend to throw the